Chevrolet has expanded its electric vehicle lineup for 2022 by introducing the SUV-inspired Bolt EUV, electric utility vehicle, which offers a more spacious cabin than the Bolt hatchback as well as more rugged exterior styling. The 2022 Chevrolet Bolt EUV has a spacious and upscale interior, refined handling, zippy acceleration, and a respectable all-electric driving range. This SUV does not have an overall score or ranking because it has not been fully crash tested or rated for reliability. The 2022 Chevrolet Bolt EUV, electric utility vehicle, is a compact 5-passenger crossover vehicle with 5 doors. It uses the same platform as the Bolt EV, but is longer overall and has a longer wheelbase. I got a chance to drive a pre-production version of the Bolt EUV last week in southeastern Michigan, and to compare it side by side with the new Bolt EV. You'll probably need to look at the badging on the EUV's exterior to make sure which Bolt you've encountered. Each is athletically drawn, easily recognizable as a relative of the rest of the Chevy crossovers, Trax, Trailblazer, Blazer, Equinox, and Traverse, from smallest to largest. Beyond the name badges and the solid patterned grille up front, there's no radiator, so less airflow required for cooling. Nothing about the Bolt EUV shouts, electric vehicle. All Bolt EUVs come with the same powertrain, a 200 HP electric motor and front-wheel drive. All-wheel drive isn't an option. Acceleration should be perky thanks to the instantaneous power delivery that's inherent to electric motors. Regenerative braking allows for one-pedal driving while recapturing energy to help extend the Bolt EUV's range. The electric motor gives the Bolt EUV perky acceleration, and while it may not be the quickest electric SUV available, we estimate that it will make it to 60 miles per hour in a respectable 7.0 seconds. Handling is competent if not particularly thrilling, and ride comfort is agreeable, even over broken pavement. The Chevrolet Bolt EUV's cabin appears stylish and nicely trimmed. A flat-bottom steering wheel and a push-button gear selector are standard on all models, and the seat upholstery sports a cheeky geometric pattern. The Bolt EUV is longer, wider, and taller than the regular Bolt hatchback, and its rear seat is the benefactor of that extra space, with rear seat legroom growing by more than 3 inches. Despite the extra length, the EUV offers slightly less cargo space, but we expect most drivers will still find enough room for luggage, groceries, and other freight. Electric vehicle. On the whole, the EUV's cabin materials look and feel much nicer than those of the previous Bolt EV, especially in the Premier and Launch Edition models, which benefit from additional soft touch surfaces and contrasting textures. Still, there are some flimsy plastics here and there. The Bolt's cabin does a nice job of filtering out road and wind noise, resulting in a mostly quiet ride. Base Bolt EUVs get a monochrome dark gray interior with cloth seats. The soft touch stitched material on the dash and doors looks and feels pleasing. There is nice ambient lighting underneath the accent stripe on each door and across the dash. The center screen seems as big as is practical in a car this narrow. The Bolt EUV earns praise for its user-friendly infotainment system, which includes a 10.2-inch touchscreen in the center of the dashboard and a reconfigurable digital gauge cluster behind the steering wheel. The touchscreen has crisp graphics and a simple interface, and it responds promptly to inputs. It's accompanied by a few physical buttons for the main audio and climate controls as well, making it easy to adjust these functions on the go. Standard infotainment features: a 10.2-inch touchscreen, an 8-inch digital gauge cluster, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, wireless device charging, and HD radio. Available infotainment features: a navigation system, Bose stereo, and a Wi-Fi hotspot. Additional standard features: automatic climate control, keyless entry, and push-button start. Other available features: a panoramic sunroof. The EUV's touchscreen infotainment system is easy to use, and it's complemented by simple buttons and knobs for the main audio and climate controls. The Super Cruise semi-autonomous drive mode works very well, and it manages the vehicle's steering, braking, and acceleration on certain US and Canadian highways, as long as the driver remains attentive. The Bolt EUV has 2 complete sets of latch connectors for the rear outboard seats and a tether anchor for the rear middle seat. Even with the front seat pushed all the way back, my 5'10" frame fit comfortably, with remarkable thigh support, a comfy pull-down center armrest, and reasonable seat cushion and backrest comfort. The seat perforations continue back here with heaters, no coolers, but there's no ambient lighting, no heat or AC vents, and just 2 USB outlets, one A and one C type. Another oddity of our high-spec variant: the front seat coolers package where rear passenger toes want to be, behind a sort of fence right at the back of the front seats, that moves back and forth with them. The Bolt EUV has 16.3 cubic feet of cargo space with the seats up and a maximum cargo volume of 56.9 cubic feet with the seats lowered. The Bolt EV that it's based on offers slightly more room, 16.6 and 57 cubic feet, respectively. The added legroom in the EUV appears to be at the cost of a tad less storage space than in the Bolt EV. By comparison, the Kia Niro EV offers 18.5 cubic feet of cargo space with the seats up, while the Hyundai Kona Electric is even more spacious at 19.2 cubic feet. The Bolt EUV has 16.3 cubic feet of cargo space with the seats up and a maximum cargo volume of 56.9 cubic feet with the seats lowered. The Bolt EV that it's based on offers slightly more room, 16.6 and 57 cubic feet, respectively. The added legroom in the EUV appears to be at the cost of a tad less storage space than in the Bolt EV. By comparison, the Kia Niro EV offers 18.5 cubic feet of cargo space with the seats up, while the Hyundai Kona Electric is even more spacious at 19.2 cubic feet. A few carry-on suitcases can fit in back with the rear seats upright. Fold them down, and you can load the Bolt EUV with bulkier items like a bicycle.